Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for being here. You are all in for a huge, passionate, purposeful, and productive experience this afternoon. Before I introduce our presenter today, I'd like to ask you to do one thing. You should have a copy of this evaluation form. One way for us to say thanks to our speaker and presenter is to give him candid and honest feedback. So if you could fill this out sometime near the end and hand that back to me at the conclusion of the session, I would greatly appreciate that, and I'm sure our speaker will as well. By the way, I don't think I introduced my name. I'm Giselle Wynn. I'm the Division A Director-elect, and I'm also the room monitor for today. Woo! Sorry. That wasn't supposed to happen.
Yeah. Bring it.
I needed that extra energy, right, to loosen me up so that I can introduce our next speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, Ricky Lacorte is a professional entertainer, DJ, host, singer, and most importantly, a motivational speaker who thrives on sharing his message of hope and encouragement. Ricky has been a Toastmaster for 2.5 years, and his reason for joining Toastmaster was to strengthen his ability to communicate and entertain. For Ricky, it rejuvenates his love for public speaking to the extent that he competed in the World Championship of Public Speaking last August in 2018 in Chicago. Yes, let's give him a round of applause. He placed in the top 10 finalists in the world, not an easy task. And his ultimate goal is to motivate and inspire those who need a little nudge and encouragement to break past their barriers and prove that we are limitless.
Yes.
Please put your hands together and help me welcome Mr. Ricky Lacorte.
Thank you for that musical interlude. Yes. Unexpected, but very much welcomed. Now, before I do anything, before I say anything, there's one very important thing that we need to do together. And if you were with me a few months ago, you'll remember. If not, be ready. Okay, I need to stop you with this side. Come on, raise your hand, say something crazy. All right, here in the middle. Yeah. Something crazy. I'm kidding. All right. Will everybody on this side enjoy it?
Yeah.
I don't know, taking a selfie must be just the Asian in me. I don't know. I'm making sure I'm like a little Asian girl because, you know, Asians like to take selfies. And I can say that because I'm Asian. Whew. Anyway, getting to the point. Now, before we party, and mind you, I'm going to be leaning on this thing because my leg's messed up. Before we party today, we got some rules. The rules are, and I want you to respond with a very loud, oh yeah. Loud as you can, all right? Are you here to learn?
Oh yeah.
Are you ready to break out of your comfort zone?
Oh yeah.
Are you willing to do and try things that we're going to have you do today that you've never done?
Oh yeah.
Now let's go to see where the party is today, this afternoon. Now I'm going to scream something. I want you guys to scream back at me. When I say toast, and when I say Founders District, and when I say Founders, you say District.
Okay. Yes.
Here we go. Founders!
District!
Founders!
District!
You guys are ready?
Yes.
And that's the first rule. The second rule is this. Break out a piece of paper, blank. The reason why it's blank is because I do not want to have something prepared, outlined already. Whatever matters to you, I want you to write that down. Don't take my word for it with regards to having me put together an agenda for you. Write down what hits home with you, what affects you, what makes you go, ooh, I like that. And the most important rule, if you are not here to be entertained and have a good time, you're in the wrong room. A gentleman said, an awesome gentleman said, we learn best in moments of enjoyment. Who said that?
Ralph Smedley.
Ralph Smedley, the founder of? That's right. Now I'm going to teach you guys some unorthodox techniques that I've used to get me to the level of speaking, competition, or whatnot that I got into. And I must admit, when I competed last year, I told somebody, I said, hey, I competed in the World Championship of Public Speaking last year and I made it to the top 10 in the world. You know what their response was? Wow, man, you got lucky. I was like, 6 levels of competition. Damn, that's a lot of luck. This year, and I have to share it with you, this year I competed once again in district, and I'm very blessed to have won again in District 100. I went up to a different person, and I told him, hey, I won district again for the 2nd year. You know, their response was, man, dude, you are very lucky. Next year, I'm thinking they're just gonna straight up say, man, it's just a miracle. So I just wanted to establish those credentials just to let you know. The reason why I joined Toastmasters was because to improve my public speaking, to become a better entertainer, but more importantly, to discover who I am. I didn't know that initially. When I joined Toastmasters, I went into my club, and my club, I love them to death. Hi, my name is Ricky. it's gonna be really swell today. I'm gonna be your sergeant at arms. I didn't know who I was supposed to be like, and they're pretty stiff. Are any of my group members in there? Of course, my home club is in Zimbabwe. No kidding. Just kidding. What I mean stiff is because when you're an engineer, they're very analytical.
Yeah.
They told me, Ricky, just be yourself. So ever since then, all I've been wearing is sweats, t-shirt. Anytime I come like this, they always ask me, Ricky, are you going to court? Oh man, you guys are loosening up. So that's the reason why I joined Toastmasters, to further my speaking abilities. I want to get into our breakthrough speaking techniques. The first technique you're going to learn is be yourself by pushing yourself. Be yourself by pushing yourself. Now, let me go ahead and prep you guys. I want to loosen you up. And I want you to be yourself. At the same time, I want to push yourself out of your comfort zone. You guys made a promise to me. You said, yep, oh yeah, we're ready to get out of that comfort zone. Now, since Giselle played it prematurely, where's Giselle? Oh, there she is, okay. I want you guys to please stand up. With one request, and I'm gonna say it, who gives a crap who's looking at you, your level of dancing ability? I want you guys to shake your rump shake. And I want you guys to have a good time doing it. Here we go. Oh yeah, come on, Eric, that's right. Yeah. Come on, my man. Come on, baby. Yeah. Have fun.
Come on. It's coming, it's coming. It's coming.
Here we go.
Let us. Hey, Masha.
Come on, guys. Oh yeah. Keep going. You didn't hear a thing. Hey, guys, put your hands together for yourselves. The reason that's important, and the reason that's important is because you're thinking, okay, so I'm getting up, I'm being goofy, I'm having a great time with my Toastmasters group. Truthfully speaking, if you let loose and you let those endorphins flow out of your body, the people will feel your energy. That's another powerful way to connect with the people you are trying to persuade, you're trying to change, or have them take a different action. If you let loose here amongst your friends, family, as well as just your fellow Toastmasters, imagine the damage you could do when you're presenting in front of a relatively hostile audience. You'd be loosened up. You just remember that 24 karat goal right there before you get up on stage. That's right, see? Big smile, they're gonna see that, they're gonna see the charisma coming out of you. So that's the first breakthrough. Be yourself by pushing yourself out of your comfort zone. Now, with regards to pushing myself out of my comfort zone, I have to share this because I think it's important in a sense that some of you may or may not relate to it. I used to be a former gang member. So speaking in front of an audience like this was quite alien to me. I was like, eh? I mean, if it was a group of people in a courtroom, I swear to tell the truth. And much easier. And I got the suit on too. Just kidding. Now let me go and get to this thing here. There's somebody in here. I have to put you on the spot. And the reason I'm reading this is because I can't say it word for word. Since being out of the gang and speaking motivationally, I keep myself as humble as possible. And I was being humble to her. And you know what she said to me? She goes, "Look, dog." I was like, whoa, she's more gangster than I am. She goes, "Look, dog, you earned what you have done in your life. Live it up. When you have a success in your life, small, medium, big, whatever, live it up. That's a move towards progress. Live up everything you've achieved, everything you've worked for." And I thank you for saying that to me. I'm not looking at it. Anyway, your second breakthrough, other than being yourself, your second breakthrough is this. Figure out what are your challenges. What are your challenges keeping you from becoming the most awesome person you could be? Not only in speaking, but in everything you do, because it can apply to your entire life. What challenges are holding you back? Keep in mind, you are your own breakthrough. You are also your own biggest barricade. Self-doubt kills. Now I'm going to have a chance to ask all of our awesome people here what some of your breakthroughs are. But the reason why, challenges. I don't want you to limit yourself. I don't want you to handicap yourself. What I mean by handicap yourself, you can't say, well, I'm too Asian. I'm not Asian enough. I'm black, I'm white, I'm green, I'm yellow. Well, some of those colors don't apply, but anyway. I am working at this job. I live here, I live there. I don't have an education. Don't ever handicap yourself. I don't care if you're old, young, middle-aged, whatever. Never handicap yourself. But from that point of view, I want to find out what your own personal challenges are. I'm going to ask just random people in our group. So anybody would like to give a short blurb of what your challenges are? And I highly recommend you guys write it down. The reason is, it might apply to you. And you can network with that person later on and say, how did you get past that? Now you've got somebody as a reference. Would anybody here, I'm going to start with this side right here. Would anybody like to share what challenges are keeping you? My dear, please.
Hi, I'm Allie. I would say I have a new dream, but when I say it, maybe talk about it to my husband or people around me, I see their doubt. And so I realize that I've been believing in myself, but then when I
Thank you. Guys. Who hasn't had that happen to them? When I first joined last year, people told me, even before I got on stage to compete, they said, Ricky, just take what you will from this contest when you get up there. I was like, are you telling me I'm gonna lose before I even get on stage? Wow! Self-doubt. Doubt will kill you. And the thing is, you have the choice whether you want to accept it or not. I'm so happy you're here because you're amongst a group of amazing people who help each other, uplift each other. Who else has a challenge they'd like to share? Don't be shy. We're amongst a really great group of people who are supportive. You know what, man? Only because you got such an awesome smile and I'm jealous of your beard. I'm gonna pick on you, my friend. Please stand up and let us know.
Yeah, I suffer from many things that hold me back, but I think mainly anxiety. So when I'm working, I tend to get anxious, and it keeps me from pushing through to the end or to the highest level we can.
Thank you, guys. Now, I haven't forgotten my side over here. Would anybody like to share some of their, oh, my man, please, share your challenges.
I think we can all relate to the fact that we have certain weaknesses that tend to, sometimes use those as excuses for why we don't move forward. But I think the real key is learning how to articulate our deepest thoughts. Because if we do it in an awkward way, we never really communicate effectively. But if we can figure out how to articulate it in a fashion that resonates with the people who are listening, then we communicate.
I can tell you very easily, I know every single one of you can get past your challenges. This is coming from a man who graduated from high school early the second time around. Oh, y'all got that, hold on. I'm just kidding. Well, maybe not, but the second time around was easier because they thought I was part of the staff. See, self-deprecation. You need to have fun with yourself. You need to have fun. If you're here sitting with me, you're gonna have a great time. You know what, my man, please, what are your challenges? I wanna hear it.
Yeah, by the way, my name is James Burnell. I've been in Toastmasters for a long, long time. I'll be 70 years old this year.
Woo!
Age is just a number. I like to become an international world speaker. That's my goal.
Now, I love what he said, age is just a number, but my knees are telling me otherwise.
I understand that all too well.
Right?
I understand.
You got something close to me back there? Anyway, breakthrough number 3. And forgive me if I tell you this, but like I said, we're gonna have fun today. I don't want you guys to just sit there. I want everybody to be part of this. I want you guys to be active. I want you guys to listen. I want you guys to write down some of the ideas that everybody else is sharing. Breakthrough number 3. Your why. Your why. Why are you doing what it is you are doing? And is it sustaining the goal that you're looking to achieve? Your why. Let me give you a moment to write it down. And the reason why I want you to write it down is so you can focus on it. You can make it more specific. 30 seconds, write down what your why is. All right, some more audience participation. Let me go ahead and choose some seasoned. Who's been a Toastmasters over 10 years? Raise your hands. Fantastic. I'm going to ask this gentleman right here, what is your why? Because after 10 years, guys, and the reason I say after 10 years, it's keeping him on track. It may be something you would need to hear to keep you on track, regardless if you're new, if you've already been in for a few years. What is your why, my friend?
There were two of us that raised our hands. Which,
Yeah.
Oh, you guys can talk together. Go ahead, hey Cliff. Cliff, go ahead with your poetic voice, brother.
All right.
Okay, Mr. Cliff.
Why? What is my why? And it has come through my Toastmasters journey that I realized there have been a lot of people that have been helping me on my journey and all throughout my life, and actually, as I have gone through even before I met Toastmasters. But my why is to help other people to expand and to reach their potential, because I have been the benefit of that for many, many years, and I want to give back and help others in the same way.
Thank you. My man in the back, please.
my why is similar to Cliff's, and that I do have a leadership position in my club, and I like to help others learn, grow, and achieve. But for my own personal self, I do enjoy competing and the journey of preparing speeches that do entertain an audience and give them some value in what I present as well. Through that journey, I've met some interesting people. William Hung is over here. He's our famous Toastmaster. Draw attention to Mr. Hung. He might have something to offer you also. But that's my why.
Thank you. Who has been in Toastmasters less than a year? Raise your hands.
Oh. I was ready to give the why, man.
My man, I would love to know what your why is.
Come on, Joe.
Come on, Joe.
Life is too short, and I was turning 60, and I decided, you know what, it's time for me to give back more and get more engaged with personal growth and being committed to my community.
And my man right behind him, less than a year.
I'm Simon. Certainly my why is self-improvement, but if I'm a better person or complete person, then I'm helping those around me just by being better myself. Thank you.
Fantastic. My why, my man.
Yes.
Oh,
I was like, let's do it.
Sorry, Jim.
my why is because I realized I had an epiphany a couple of years ago that all through my life, people have had my back. People have believed in me. People have really rooted for me. And because of the things that I was thinking, the bad ways I was thinking, and the challenges I was having, I didn't recognize that. So my goal is to make it so that people that I meet recognize that I am there for them. Other people are there for them, and that won't. What happened to me won't happen to them, because I missed a lot of opportunities to grow back then when I wasn't paying attention to the fact that those people had my back.
Good job, Andrew.
Thank you, my man. You know what, before I move on to the next breakthrough, I gotta ask Jim, come on, brother, what's your why, man?
Oh, yeah, come on. He's right on. I want to challenge everyone. If you don't have a personal mission statement written, write your own. This is mine, tailored to me. I'm a warrior of the kingdom. I am destined for greatness. If God is for me, who can be against me? I'm God strong. I'm a powerhouse servant leader who inspires, encourages, and motivates others to live their best life. We have developed a massive empire of leaders with a mission of no family left behind. We are leading the financial revolution by teaching financial empowerment, entrepreneurship through business mastery. I am financially free and super abundant. I live in the land of more than enough, and I'm a blessing to others. We have built a legacy of wealth for our bloodline and generations to come. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Favor of God all day, every day. Amen. That's mine. So I want to challenge you to have one where you can just listen to Ricky.
You know what's impressive about that? I'm going to get to my man right there. What's impressive about that? Number one, that statement was amazing. But even more impressive was he did it all in one breath. I see the muscles pumping through them too. Come on now. Where's my man? There you go. Please.
My name is Richard, and I have a why that established. Well, I lost my wife 2.5 years ago through medical malpractice, which was destroying me. I didn't do anything for a year, and I was trying to decide what should I do with my life. I let my businesses go for a year. I left everything until I was convinced first to come to Toastmasters and to come up with a real why. And my why is that I want to be the best person I can be. I put together a foundation in my wife's name because she loved babies and children and pets. And so now I'm just trying to do the best I can do to raise as much money as I can to help those people. And by learning how to speak to everybody, that they too can help out whatever it might be. That's my point.
Try, Richard.
You have a DTM, yes? Your DTM is a desire to motivate. Not don't time me. You got a desire to motivate. Very good. Our next, give me 1 second, guys. I'm going to go on to the next breakthrough, unless they'll keep me in here for 2 hours. Lock the doors. The next breakthrough, number 4, is vulnerability through authenticity. Vulnerability through authenticity. And the reason why you need to be authentic is because you cannot recreate somebody else's story. I highly, highly, highly recommend you share your story. You share where you've been. You share what you love. You share what moves you. You share what angers you. You share what you want changed in the world. You share your passion. Don't tell anybody else's story. I don't recommend it. Every single one of you in here has a story. I don't care if all 100 of us had the same story about our beautiful moms, how they supported us. You know why? Every single one of us will hit a different person when they listen to that story. Even if all 100 of us are speaking about our moms, you will hit the person that needs to hear that story. And your story can be the blessing that somebody needs to hear to change or save their life. Tell your story. Don't ever tell anybody else's. That is number 4, vulnerability through authenticity. I'm going to go ahead and ask, what stories, what moves you, what you love, what you're passionate about. I want you to share it with our audience. Raise your voices so they can hear it, because I want them to connect with you if you share that same story. Would anybody like to volunteer to share what their vulnerabilities are? Steve. No.
I was diagnosed with Crohn's disease over 2 years ago. In the midst of a 4-year period of my life that was Murphy's laws, that whatever could go wrong did. Professionally, socially, financially, spiritually, health-wise, obviously. My vulnerability, as much as my disease, is reacting to it angrily in the moment, especially when I'm not rested enough. And that's my vulnerability that I look to correct with rest and treatment and staying active, adding value to others, therefore I don't think so much about my own situations.
Thank you. 30 seconds or less what you just said. You moved our entire audience. Why? Because we don't have that experience that you're going through. At the same token, you're not making excuses. You are here. My man over there in the powered wheelchair is not making any excuses. He's here. He's here to motivate. He's
Andrew.
here to learn.
Andrew.
Andrew the man. I'm going to call you Andrew the man. You got that awesome smile back there. We want to hear more of your stories. And the reason why we want to hear more of your stories, once again, is so you guys can connect. Who else has a story? What is your vulnerability?
My vulnerability is to help others, women, ladies, overcome sexual abuse and the issues that arise from their, having been a victim myself. I consider myself a survivor, and through God all things are possible, and I want to motivate others to push on through the tough time, because there's the sun shining on the other side.
So when I listened to that, you mentioned to help your fellow woman. You know what's amazing about that? Even some of the men in here have been affected by that and are touched by that story. So we thank you. That's something that's very real, and it's a very real issue. Anybody else? In fact, you know what? Hold on. I need to choose somebody to lighten up the mood just a little bit. Mike! That's my buddy. He always puts me on the spot, so it's my turn. One of the most awesome dudes you're ever going to meet.
Come on, Mike.
What am I doing? Lesson number 1. Remember what I told you earlier? You need to listen. Your vulnerability, my friend.
Yeah, my vulnerability, fellow Toastmasters and honored guests, is the mineral zinc. Actually, my vulnerability is that too often when called upon to share my vulnerabilities, I don't really delve into it. So I will share something with you. As far as public speaking, although people have told me I appear very comfortable, I even to this day am often intensely uncomfortable when I'm speaking, when I'm doing a prepared speech or table topics. I get very nervous, and sometimes I get very pessimistic about how I'm going to do or how I did. And I clasp my hands too much.
Yeah, Mike.
I told you. Awesome dude. Love this guy. I'm gonna go to choose this side right here, and I have one request only because I have so much love and respect for Lauren. What is your vulnerability, my dear?
This moment counts. I perform improv comedy, and as Mike had stated, I get stage fright every time I go up there. The thrill of being able to do something new and different every time, as we do Toastmasters, helps me overcome that. I learned that B. Arthur, one of my favorite actresses, Golden Girls, said that after a very long career in theater and comedy, she still got stage fright when they put on the show. So I thought, okay, that made me feel better that even a professional still gets nervous and tries to do it. I think Toastmasters is a great way to continue to overcome that with our fellow Toastmasters. Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. I've got time for 2 more. I'm gonna go on this side, guys, only because they haven't spoken yet. Give me 1 second. Okay, somebody's pointing at somebody. You're gonna be voluntold, I see. I don't know her name. My good man, screaming out. Oh, she did. Okay, Miss, raise your hands. Let's go.
Fellow Toastmasters, my vulnerability is losing someone I love. I lost my mom when I was 21, and my sister, early 20s, was diagnosed with bipolar. And so since she's been diagnosed, it's always in my mind that I can wake up tomorrow without a sister. And that's my vulnerability.
Anybody in here will tell you, all of us are here to listen. If you ever need to share with any of us, we've got a family here. So don't ever be shy. If you find somebody that you connect with, make sure that you share with them, because I'm sure they'll give you some point of advice, or at least a friendly hug. So I need one more person, please.
Hi, this is my first time being here. I'm not a part of Toastmasters or anything.
on? Feedback here. Thank you. No, that was wonderful. Now we're gonna move on to our activities. I need to find out, well, first and foremost, I want to share my vulnerability. My vulnerability is pathways. I can't log in! Man, forgot your password, forgot your username, man, forget it! It's horrible. Anyway, who's been in Toastmasters less than 2 years? Raise your hands. And remember, my man, you guys made a promise to me. Who's been in here who's brand new? I would love to have 5 people come to the stage. Come on, my dear. Courtney. My man back there in the hat. Come on. Don't be shy, guys. This is family right here. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. That's fine. Now I'm going to quiz you guys. What is our first breakthrough?
Be yourself.
Be yourself. By pushing yourself. Second breakthrough. Excellent. Breakthrough number 3. Your why. And breakthrough number 4. Vulnerability through authenticity is correct. Now, every single one of these breakthroughs is going to be shown through these 6 very brave individuals. What you have to do in this next 30 seconds each is hype up your audience with whatever the heck you want to talk about, but you got to hype them up. And the way we find out who the winner is by the strength of your applause at the end. Who is the most compelling, who's having the most fun, just somebody who hits you and says, oh man, that guy stands out, that woman stands out. Who would you guys like to see go first?
Ryan.
Ryan, I'm sorry, my friend. Your jury, your executioners have spoken. take the mic, my friend. 30 seconds, and we go and get the mic. The stopwatch. Well, I gotta keep them on time. I don't have a timing light. Okay, ready, Ryan?
I don't know about any of you, but I spent a majority of my life pissed off, mad, and angry. Because I was always trying to be the person that I wasn't. And I took every single day of my life for granted. But then I learned the gift of being my true authentic self, and the most optimal gift, loving myself. Now, how many of you love yourself and will give it up for yourself right now? Make some noise, each and every one of you. I don't hear the love. If you love yourself, let me hear you.
Yes! Good job, brother.
Yes, that's 30 seconds right there. All right, Ryan, you get to choose the next contestant.
It's definitely my man that won't look at everybody.
My man! There it is. Everyone, are you having a great time? Yeah! Look around you. Look at these people. This is your family, okay? We all came here to learn, to grow, to improve, and we're here to... All right, Eric, you get to choose who's going to be going next. Oh, yes.
Everyone had lunch. You guys have your stomachs full. One last time, please.
Man, Ryan Seacrest better watch out. All right, you get to choose who goes next.
All right. Who here has been to a sporting event like an Angels game or a Ducks game or? One of the things I love about those sporting events is the Mexican wave, and I want us to all do it right now. So I'm going to start from this left side, and then I'm going to go this way, and it's going to come right back. And then when you raise your hands, I want you to scream, okay? Ready? Let's start with this side. Ready? 3, 2, 1.
Well, the only thing I can say is I'd hate to be y'all. Because this is, hey guys, they're all good, right? Yeah. They're all fantastic. Okay. Miss Tanya? Let's go, girl.
I am happy today. Yeah, because I'm close to Ricky. Are you happy? Yes. Are you happy? Yes. Are you happy? Yes. Are you happy? Yes. Okay. Show me how your happiness is. Please, show me your happiness. More than that. Show me your happiness. Every side. I'm happy too. And you happy?
I'm happy. Last but not least, Miss Courtney.
Thanks, Lisa, for sending me up here. These guys are a super tough act to follow, so I don't think I stand a chance. Because I also, as I was thinking about what it is that I do that motivates people, it has nothing to do with standing in front of people. What I do that motivates people requires each of you to come run with me. Because I'm a super good cheerleader. Oh, there's my runner. I'm that person who will run your race with you, keep you going. When you decide a mile 7.5 marathon, you're done. I'm the one, and I have actually done this with a friend. Her earbuds died. She was not having it. San Diego was surprisingly hilly. And I started singing to her. And I'm like, come on, jump around, jump around. And her response to me, no. But I got her through the finish line. That's what you're doing.
Now you have a very difficult job of choosing who our winner is. Hurry up. Well, she said jump around. I'm just kidding. We'll play it later. We'll play that later. Now you guys have the very difficult task of choosing our winner. And the reason why I did this exercise is, number one, they got put on the spot. They're extremely vulnerable. What did they share? Something obviously very authentic. She's one of the happiest people I know. Ryan, one of the coolest cats. And my ninja over there, Eric the man.
Brother from another mother.
And you two, I'm just gonna call you Ryan Seacrest's kryptonite. And my man. And of course, Courtney. All of you guys did fantastic. All of them shared different stories, 30 seconds. What makes them stand apart? They all did the same thing. But one of them will connect to you more than another. Why? It's because you see the energy. You see them enjoying themselves. You truly feel the authenticity with what they're sharing with you. Now, let's see who our winner is. Contestant number 1. Now, I don't know who went next, so I'm just gonna go in order. You know who you like best. Number 2 right here. And heck yes, I'm happy. My main man. And Seacrest ain't got nothing on you. And my ninja from another mother. Now we have 1 or 2 minutes left because we started just a tad bit late and I don't see anybody at the door. Telling you, lock it, Marsha, lock it! 1 to 2 minutes. What made Eric stand out to all of you? Why did you choose Eric? What was it about him and his presentation and what he did up there? So somebody please.
His dancing.
Combination of oratorical skills and dancing was very good for me.
So he basically called you an oratorical ninja. What else, guys? What made him stand apart? Why did you vote for Eric? He made us smile, made us happy, feel good.
He didn't care what people thought.
Bingo. He was being himself. My man, Andrew in the back, yes.
I was gonna say the same thing. He made himself vulnerable, put himself out there, and didn't care what anybody else said.
Right.
Called shameless.
You know, truthfully, if that's considered shameless, all of us need to be more shameless more often. Very lighthearted, and he has that great personality. All of them have the great personality, but there was something about this fellow, and ever since I first met him, I was like, man, I like this guy. I mean, not in that kind of way, but in LA. But I love this guy. Oh man.
I gotta say, everybody was great, but we're really glued over the topic when that guy shifted his booty to it.
So you need to be shameless and shake your booty. Now, in closing, and I'm going to go to play a song for you guys as we head out. I'd like to leave you with something, and I'd like to actually read it so I don't forget it. I want you guys to first and foremost enjoy the rest of the day. You are the breakthrough. Every single one of you are the breakthrough. There is no formula. You're also your own barricade. I want you to take the risk, break through your personal challenges, specify your why, and most importantly, if we are not confident being ourselves, why should others have confidence in us? It's been great having every single one of you, and here's the last song. So if you want to get up and shake it, remember, shameless and shake your booty. That's how you win. Thank you guys.